So go above the status quo, emulate your ancestors. Loops, Daisy, Lollapalooza bias, Charlie Munger. Yeah, what's good, guys? When you're at your hardest moment, just know that you're about to succeed. When you're at your very hardest moment, the more important it is, the more you're gonna fail. When you're about to break through that plateau, you gotta remind yourself, don't just skimp along. When you're about to cross the finish line, don't just think, I'm done. You gotta push through, you gotta go above the status quo. Today, there's an example, and that example is me eating. So I did my legs, they went numb. Over here, this is where I did my legs. What did I do to my legs? I squatted. I did lunges, I did holds, I did power stuff that you might not be interested in, but I'm interested in because it'll extend my life by at least 6 years. If you do more than 90 minutes of physical activity every day, then you can start to have a diminishing return. But I do at least 30 minutes, no joke, of aerobic, anaerobic physical activity every single day. I don't even time myself. Sometimes I have timed myself, and this was the short session for me. It was 45 minutes. And my alarm went off. When I came back in, I was like, wow. Today, though, what are you experiencing? Are you experiencing this, or this, or this, or where are you? You need to get your digestive juices going, your notebook going, because note takers are change makers, or note takers are like world changers. Crap, I wish I had that quote. But today, after the legs, then I ate, and I ate like a freaking lumberjack. I ate so much. It took like 3 hours to eat. Legit. And I could just eat and eat and eat. And the thing is, my prefrontal cortex isn't developed. My metabolism isn't fully developed. I don't have full control over my life. But God does. And the same level of thinking that was created to solve the problem won't solve the problem. And this quote and all these other quotes, they're just rubbish, because learning is applying. You aren't applying these things. You aren't being uncomfortable.
Give it to me, I get no sleep 'cause of y'all. Y'all not gonna get no sleep 'cause of me.
It's just worry. Stop worrying. Start living. And I don't know about you, if any one of you guys in the world have an unsatiable appetite, if you can eat. I ate 2 carrots, full stalk of broccoli, like a full pepper, a lot of oil, and lot of grains, ancient grains like chia seeds and challah bread.
Stop! I could have dropped my croissant.
Had a lot of that, and a lot of potatoes after that. Then I had, after that, some more stuff. And do any of you guys have these problems? What are your problems? Because seriously, there is a solution to your problem. Just like passing that finish line I was talking about today, you have to have an optimistic end goal, but pessimistic barriers against the blocks in the road. And these pessimistic barriers, what I'm talking about is preparing for the worst, planning for the best. These pessimistic barriers are basically bad things, like, oh, I'm about to cross the finish line, but you have to have a pessimistic barrier and say, oh, what if I break my ankle? I need to sprint as fast as I can so I actually can make this. If that made logical sense. So go above the status quo, emulate your ancestors, truly emulate. Today, with my unsatiable appetite eating, I wasn't emulating my ancestors. They didn't have a variety of foods. The only reason why I believe that I have an unsatiable appetite is because I'm mixing foods together, like dark leafy greens and then starchy vegetable carrots. But I have found this, if I just eat one food group, then I'm fine. My body can actually digest it. But if you take a soluble vitamin, like just vitamin D, your body is forced to scavenge to the other parts of your body in order to digest that vitamin D, because vitamin D is fat soluble. Let me continue this rant. It's fat soluble, and you need other fat soluble vitamins to digest that vitamin D. So you can't just take it by itself, or else you're doing yourself a disservice, and you'll increase nutritional debt, and your body's going to be all haywire. Because our evolution, we didn't have a variety of foods, we just had one food. And yeah, and when things are in abundance, they lose value. So you have to value yourself, value everything in your life so hardcore, every second. Have subconscious programs. It's really not as hard as you think it is, but at the same time, it's extremely in the sense that things like this happen. See, that's broken. I can with certainty say that I've done over 600, way more than that, I'm positive, because I trained 3 months calisthenics. I have that muscle for my whole life now. They say that if you train 3 months bodyweight training with proper diet, that you'll have that muscle forever pretty much. And yeah, I trained for 3 months with this pull-up bar, and it's probably been like 7 months now. I do a lot of pull-ups on that every single day. Grease the groove. Some of you listeners know what I'm talking about, some of you don't. But that's the thing, you have to have an inquisitive mindset. The how, the when, the where, the what, the who. Today. Is there a message I'm trying to get to you guys, or what's the message that you're trying to get to yourself? Know thyself, truly. Emulate. Please respond to this. This is my question. And my dire question is, does this world feel real to you? Is it actually really real to you? Are you living objectively, realistically? Because most people, like me, are experiencing something, I think I'll coin this term, the Matrix flu. Like, there's a keto flu. When you start getting into keto, your body isn't used to it. The Matrix flu. Now that I have better consciousness or better control, progress is the ability to control our outside environment. Now that I have progress, and I'm not living as I used to, and I'm new neuroplasticity in my head, I am living and not worrying and getting momentum. I don't want you to get worried, I don't want you to get anxiety ridden, but rather I want you to get filled with hope, which stands for helping other people excel and live an integrated life and keep grinding. Love the grind. The moment you look at your resume, your accomplishments, is the moment you stop grinding. So again, above the status quo, go. Now or never.